England show flaws and fight. England were not at their best and yet still emerged with a point after an entertaining 1-1 draw with Germany in Munich. The home side set the tempo early on and Gareth Southgate's team had to hang in there, the defense dragged around. Germany 1-1 England, player ratings. How the teams lined up, match stats. The goal early in the second half was a setback, but Southgate changed it from the bench, something that he has not always done, and England finished as the stronger side, rewarded by Harry Kane's goal. It was a flawed performance but one that showed fight. 50 England goals for Kane. Kane converted the penalty calmly when there was little to be calm about. Minutes remaining in Munich, with England's Nations League chances on the line and perhaps the most iconic goalkeeper in Europe stood in front of him, the pressure was on. Manuel Neuer went the wrong way and it would probably not have made any difference had the German guessed right. Kane has perfected that penalty low into the bottom left corner of the net and there is nobody more reliable in that situation. The goal moves him clear of Sir Bobby Charlton on 50 goals for England, just 3 behind Wayne Rooney as his country's record scorer of all time. He will surely break that record. With 2 games to come in the next week, he might not have to wait long to do so. Grealish makes a difference. Southgate waited and waited to make his second change, but when it came it turned the contest. Jack Grealish hugged the touchline, ran at defenders and picked out passes inside the penalty box. The ball seemed drawn towards him and the momentum shifted. Others improved too. Mason Mount had done little but Raheem Sterling looked more of a threat in that central area, and when Jared Bowen came on for Bukayo Saka, England were potent on both flanks. Kane twice could have scored from Grealish passes. There are so many options for Southgate in the wide positions and one wonders whether Phil Foden is still the obvious choice to start when fully fit. But Grealish put up a persuasive argument for more minutes here and will likely have his opportunity at the weekend. What is the best formation? Germany's Jonas Hoffmann celebrates with teammate Kai Havertz after scoring. Southgate still wants his side to have the flexibility to slip between formations with ease, and that has been illustrated this past week with him selecting a back 5 against Hungary and a back 4 against Germany. Neither was an unqualified success. The back 5 seemed to stunt England as a creative force in Budapest, and though they offered a threat in Munich, they were defensively shaky again. Germany found space against a 4 from the first minute. There were gaps between and behind throughout. Nations League results, fixtures, tables. Download the Sky Sports app, get Sky Sports. It was a bold choice away to Germany. Remember that he reverted to a 5 against the same opposition at Euro 2020. He could easily have switched to that system with Saka at wing back. But England must be more than flexible. There is work to do. Natural left back is missed. Germany's Kai Havertz opened up the England defense in the first minute. Had Southgate gone with Saka at wing back, it would have at least given England the natural left footer on that flank that has been missed in these Nations League games. It was Kieran Trippier at left back against Germany after James Justin's turn in Hungary. With Ben Johnson filling the role for the England U21s too, the absence of Luke Shaw and Ben Chilwell has been keenly felt, their importance underlined. It is likely to be a temporary concern, with one surely available when it matters. But it was an issue here. Goals from elsewhere needed. A longer-term problem for Southgate is the ongoing onus on Kane and Sterling to score the team's goals. Aside from those two, Harry Maguire with 7 is the only player in this England squad to have scored more than 4 goals at international level. What is clear is that in terms of goals, we are heavily reliant on Raheem and Harry, said Southgate beforehand. Saka did fire off a shot with his right foot and first half stoppage time that Neuer had to push wide, but that was as close as anyone else came. Grealish needs to add goals for club as well as country, but Mount is capable and so is Foden. Has Southgate found a way to get those other than Kane into the positions to score? Finding an answer to that question is becoming more urgent now. Inexperience no longer an excuse. As Kane said afterwards, the World Cup will be here before we know it, and this team needs to be ready. There is every reason to hope. This was the oldest starting lineup that Southgate has named, the most experienced two with almost 500 caps between them. For much of the manager's reign, one that has delivered tournament success not seen in over half a century, there has been talk of a team building for the future, a new generation emerging. That is still true of many in this squad, but the key players are at their peak. The youngest England defender on the pitch was 28-year-old John Stones. Kane himself, undoubtedly their most important player, turns 29 next month. This is their time. The challenge for Southgate and his team is to use these coming months to get it right.